today. From Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis, it's Week 7 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Cincinnati Bengals.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Just as we were ready for air, it was the Colts emerging from the locker room to great fanfare here in Indy. They're ready to go as the Colts get set to match up with the Cincinnati Bengals. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we take a look at the Colts entering play. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This will be fielded inside the 5. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Darnold. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. The numbers for Mixon last week, 16 carries, 98 yards, and a score.
Well, he's the number 2 runner in the league, and you just know the offensive line wants to get him to number 1 because most of the good ball carriers, they take care of their linemen. Could be a gold watch in their future if he becomes the leading rusher.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are going to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. That'll hit, and a loose football. And the Bengals grab it. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Cincinnati touchdown. And McPherson on for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. touchdown. Taken in at the 3. And he returns this to the 22. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Play action. It's Darnold. He finds his man. Complete. It's Newton. Now, this defense for the Bengals, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long, step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
This is 3rd and 1, very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Back to throw, Darnold. And that will be incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. That also a career-long kick for the veteran, Charles.
Yeah, how about what he just got done there? We always knew he had a big leg, but how about everything coming together perfectly on that one? Great leg swing, and bang that one through.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Airing one out for Boyd. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. That'll be a 49-yard punt, 6 yards there on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. These are his numbers from last week's contest. And Charles, how do you think he ran the football?
I thought he definitely had his moments. I did think that they could have utilized him a little bit better, and I'm definitely going to keep an eye on him to see how they're going to use him this week.
We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on touchdown first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
From the 50, it's Darnold. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. Throwing here on third down. Darnold, complete. Smith has it. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on fourth down to punt this thing. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. So here are the Bengals set to take over. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Well, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
He finds his man, complete. That's Knight. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Room to run past midfield. And finally brought down at the 43. 19 on the last play. 19 more here at another 1st down. Burrow on play action. Man open. That's Jamar Chase, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Knight. And the Bengals are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. They'll give it to Mixon. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. And the running lane's non-existent in this 1st half as they'll stop him behind the line. Now it's Darnold. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this 1st half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Joe Burrow trots out again with the rest of his offense. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Corey Willis. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. First and 10, Taylor now. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Darnold. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Here again comes Joe Burrow and the offense for the Bengals. And he's looked pretty good. Does have the 1 interception, but 2 touchdown passes so far. Your analysis?
They'll take the offset. When you talk about...
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Corey Willis. And the Colts are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. And oh, he almost had his 2nd pick of the game. Probably should have. Yeah, he's frustrated as it falls incomplete. To throw on 2nd and 10. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Trey Hendrickson. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And the Bengals are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. He's continuing to be a big presence defensively. Remember last week, AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a big pick right there.
And when you pile up big numbers, it gets everyone's attention. But sometimes the number just needs to be, how many game-changing plays did you make? Did you take the ball away from the other team? He just did that, trying to win the award again this week. And, partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. And he's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
And this one incomplete. Oh, a dangerous throw. Nearly picked off in the end zone, but instead 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Some good strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got them into the end zone.
Third and 2. Now Burrow. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You got to get it done.
And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A great effort there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Bengals are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They go back to the air here after the eye-in. Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Trey Hendrickson, make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. On the handoff, Taylor. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down.
Well, the guys who are paid to make the tackles deserve some kudos there, but I think they deserve even bigger ones because in that situation, they had to be thinking pass. Loosened up defense, going to pass coverage. Instead, maybe they surprised them a little bit running the ball, yet they rallied to it and stopped them well short of a 1st down.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now they go play action now. Burrow. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Throwing again, it's Burrow. He'll drop this one down to Nixon. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. 2nd down and 5. Now Burrow. And his throw is incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Throw left side complete. That's Boyd. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field.
That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bengals will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. This taken in at the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. The first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it, That's how they're approaching it.
And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from
that. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Grover Stewart with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. Here's Johnny Hekker now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Now a high kick, almost a pooch punt. Now a fair catch called for and made right on the 45-yard line. Just a 25-yard punt, not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. His throw incomplete.
But the passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively. That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. This is Smith with a grab. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Tre'Quan Smith, his first touchdown on the year. And the Colts are able to draw a bit closer. Zuerlein good with a PAT. And that will cut this lead down to 25. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away.
Taken at the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Cincinnati set to take over once again. Still comfortably on top, 3rd quarter as they start things here with a 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Burrow's throw here into the hands of Boyd.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going. Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our 2nd half blowout material. Burrow's throw here taken in by Gesicki.
And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They go play action with Burrow. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Knight. And they move this all the way down to the 9.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Now Burrow loses the football.
I think a Bengal player was able to get in there. He was. And they'll keep possession of the football.
Very fortunate to get another shot. Here's 2nd and goal.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. A big win there defensively on 2nd and goal. A loss of 7, and it brings up 3rd.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks.
And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again.
Picked off by Kenny Moore.
And the Colts are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores. But, yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit up.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd. To try again after the sack. Darnold. That one is caught by Hunt. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. He'll rifle this one deep right side.
And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Play action. It's Burrow. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Mixon with a 1st down carry. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Again, it's Mixon. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
56 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Jet sweep, Boyd with it, and a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
3rd and goal, Burrow. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else, ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
McPherson's kick is good.
And their lead will swell up to 28.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty as a result of that hit there.
On 1st down, Darnold. Throw left side complete. That's Hunt. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Looking to throw again on second down. Darnold.
This will be swung out wide for Taylor.
And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The Colts on third down. Just one conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This will be 3rd and 6. Now Darnold. And this is going to be incomplete. Now a look at Smith. Not sure exactly what happened, but he's still down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon.
And Darnold going to be intercepted for the 3rd time.
Adrian Amos with a pick. Another solid game-changing play for this defense for the interception. At this point, though, I don't know that it's game-changing. I mean, they've got this one in firm control.
And you always hear about, you know, those stories about someone left their game plan behind and maybe you benefit from it. I'm not going to say that that happened, but they certainly have appeared on defense to be a step ahead this entire game. Guys are always in the right spot in order to make a play.
The offense has had its moments, too. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
76 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Now, Bengals on 3rd down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This time it's 3rd and 3.
And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Trey Hendrickson in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Throwing on 2nd and long. Darnold. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. To throw is Darnold. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He's got a man complete. And they finally take him down, but not before he reaches the 43. A big play there for Indy. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Darnold's throw into the hands of Pittman here.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A 1st down throw, Darnold. He finds his man, complete. That's Newton. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Darnold now to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Darnold to throw again. It's a loss of 10 yards on the play. And it's going to be third down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14. 4th down, and for Darnold, it's desperation time. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
Able to fight through one tackle. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.